Hey, good morning from the ranch. Yeah, in the house we are. Apparently I left the door open. Good thing nothing, no bears or whatever came in. Oh, leave the lights on. Let's close this door. Oh, left this door open too, and the garage open. Oh, look at that. All right, so the electric company has told me that we are using too much power and they're going to raise our rates unless we do something. So I'm going to contact some solar and wind companies later and see if they could kind of help us out. I got some buddies down in Colorado that they got some windmills on their property, on their cattle, where their cattle are. They don't use it for their house, but I'm wondering if we could use it for our something like that for our house. So we'll probably deal with that in a little bit. But right now we're all right. But today, I believe our sorghum is ready to be harvested. I guess we should check, right? That's up over here. Boom, ready for harvest. So let's go jump in our combine. And we'll cruise over there and get that harvested up, get it into the chickens, get it into our cows maybe. I don't really know. Put some into storage and kind of go from there. We need to check all of our animals. We had a bunch of messages pop up and I just want to make sure it is nothing crazy. So we got 3 babies in here somewhere over the last couple of months, but they didn't look like babies, so I don't know which ones they are. So at least our horses aren't dying. They're not getting better, like worth more money, but they're not dying. So that is a huge bonus. Cannot be upset about that. Yeah, so we're going to come over here. We are going to fix our area where we got rid of our gold stuff. So that we will have to take care of at some point and fix that property, that piece up, and see what we need to do with it there. Gave birth. All right, so just some babies popped up in there. Not a big deal. We'll deal with the food in a little bit. Don't know if they're actually even making anything, but it doesn't really matter. They're just here for the tourist. So they don't really need to make anything. They just need to look pretty and not make me go bankrupt. Alright, I will see you guys when we get down to harvest. I gotta check all of these real quick before we go, and there's no reason for you to hang out with me when I do it. So yeah, we'll see you when we get to the field. Alright, so we have made it. There is our sorghum, which is good for horses and chickens. We did put this little silo here. That way, oh man, trailer's on the wrong side. My thought was that way we could just put the sorghum in and bring down our dump truck, pick it up and take it up to where it needs to go, and then just transfer it to the silo up there instead of bringing down a tractor or a trailer or the dump truck. I didn't want 2 vehicles down here. I didn't want to run. So that's what I did. Hopefully this super sexy beast does a great job. And we're going to do straw. Don't know if I want to deal with straw. Where are these modes? Interesting. So it looks like okay, it's snapping it up. We kind of need straw, but I don't know if this will do straw. Alright, we're going to hop out and see what our total is. 61,000! Nice, almost 62,000 liters of sorghum. That is a solid haul off this field. Gotta love it. Got to love it. I don't know how weeds work with grass, because that field should probably get turned into grass now. Did I not lift this up? I did not. So it should be interesting to see, like, if there's a mulcher that's like medium sized we could use to mulch this and plant grass, but I don't want to deal with weeds, so I might just plow it and put grass down, which is at the end of the world, at least to me. I mean, you're going over it anyway, so we got a big dog tractor and a pretty solid sized plow. They're just kind of far away right now. Honestly, I don't think we actually need to touch it. Like, we probably don't need to make it into anything at the moment. We definitely got more field acreage than we probably need at the moment. So, like, even the new field I'm putting in, we probably don't need it to feed our animals, but it's a good thing to have. I guess I should fold our harvester up before we cut down this. And this I'm probably going to clean up a little bit since we own both sides of the road finally. We'll probably come through and clean out the trees that are like overhanging and just make it a little bit easier to drive up and down this, because it's been a pain every time for the last 4 years we've been on this map. Well, we're in year 4 right now, so we might clean that entrance area up a little bit, but yeah, pretty solid haul. We'll have to bring down our dump truck and our trailer to bring it all up, so that's pretty dope. And then after that, it's either going to be deforestation time, or I got to check to make sure everything has food and that type of stuff. So I'm going to get this put away and then go from there to figure out kind of what the plan of action is. And I'll bring you back when something fun or interesting, or I just want to run my mouth like an idiot again. So see you in a bit. Alright, so I'm running around feeding all the animals, and look how many baby pigs there are. There's so many. These things are reproducing like crazy. Look at this little guy. Like, so many. Alright, pretty rad. That's all. Pigs are the last thing I gotta feed, so. Alright, so we went and got this bigger thing, trailer for liquid fertilizer. Since we're gonna be getting many more orchards and stuff that need it. And we went with this one because it locks the dolly, and it will allow us to back it up into places a little bit better. There is a larger one that locks too, but it just seems so huge, and I wasn't sure how it would work once we get the other orchards in. So currently it is not. So we still have the option to get a larger one, but this is already kind of. Does this one not need it? Oh, it must have already filled it up for us. Oh yeah, because we got the overloading on. Never shut that off. Yeah, so come to think of it, we might not need it. Let's double check real quick. So we need diesel for this guy. It doesn't go through that much at the moment. And I think that's the only one we need diesel for. We do need solid fertilizer for our big gardens, but overall they're pretty good. Yeah, so maybe we don't need a bigger diesel tank. Since we don't have to fill that up all the way, there's probably no reason to get a bigger one. We did get this leveled. I gotta fix the gravel. It didn't have the right kind of colored gravel when I grabbed it, so set up the terra farm. Alright, I'm gonna go dump this where it needs to go, and then go put our trailer away. Start taking stuff where it needs to go, getting everything cleaned up, and then probably get back to cutting down some trees. Alright, so we are going to grab some honey to take to our sunflower place. We need to make some sunflower honey apparently. So let's grab this. Really? Just one? Why is it being so stupid? There we go. Alright, I don't know if we needed all this, but we are going to take it and drop it off. And whatever it doesn't need, we will make some different wine with. So, this here, let's see. Alright, so it took all of that. That's dang. It took a lot. And then, what is it? Sunflower flower. Alright, so come in here and we will turn on. So that's full. So we want sunflower honey. So we will activate this fella. And then after that, we're going to want sunflower biscuits. So we'll activate that. And hopefully, maybe shut that off for a little bit. Let those other two things cook and kind of see what happens. We're going to go grab the rest of our honey. And can we just put it back? I don't know if we can. So we'll come down here. So we can use strawberries to make some different wine. Let's see. Boom. Put that in there. Winery. This one right here. We should have everything else in there. Boom, boom, boom. We will bring some more sugar. Actually, we probably don't need any. I think we're probably good. For now, we'll just let this keep working. So let's go in. We got other stuff going. Trying to think of what else we need. I don't think we do. Yeah, everything just doesn't have any grape juice. Well, I think that's it, so might be able to start selling some stuff. We do have sugar. I think we're going to take some of our sugar and put it into winery. Then after we get our sugar in there, I think I just need to feed our sheep. Oh, they still got some food. But I do need to figure out how many cows we have to see how close we are to being done with like what we need to do to kind of beat the challenge. Alright, so a little update. Still in August, it's raining. And we have the little entrance here to the field. Boom. We got this little section cleared. Yeah, decent little path there clear. And we have, I'm kind of scared of driving in the mud. It's been raining non-stop this whole freaking month, it seems like. So we have all of this area cleared pretty good. Can't remove this little guy, so we just put a little island here, some stuff on it, and then bam, all that section's cleared, and we got getting somewhere. So just back to cutting down all these trees. I've drove through a bit and like got rid of a bunch of these little skinny ones. As you can see, like some sections don't have any, some do. So I drove through a few times just trying to hit all of these little ones. I've got most of them, so that's good. And my sawmill is currently full again, so now it is just me going through and cutting down more trees and taking them to the sawmill and trying to get this field done. So that's what we're gonna do. Back at it I go. However, let's walk over here. As you can see, we have not yet finished getting rid of all the trees. So we have more of that to do, but first we are gonna go mow. We got 2 fields that need mowed, so we're gonna run over and bust those both out real quick before we get back at cutting down some more trees and getting that land cleared out. We can't really plant anything anyway on it. I mean, I guess we could plant barley. Or wheat. We could plant wheat on it. So I guess we could plant something. Maybe we will actually plant on the other field. We do have the other field that we could just plant. I think, yeah, maybe we will throw some crops in real quick, just to okay. So we got all the trees and stumps cleared. The wood has not made it to the sawmill. I just moved it over to our big grass field for now, just to get out of the way so we can get this prepped and get moved on to the next project, since we want to get all of this finished off by the start of year 5. So, and I forgot to turn the sawmill on, so it's still full. So, didn't think there was a reason to bring it down. We got our grass fields mowed. We got our barley planted, and now I just got to go through and get this all plowed up and get it ready for whatever crop we end up putting in here in the spring. And we'll just go from there. We still want to get those little houses put in for, those rentals for when people come down. We want to get the 3 other orchards put in as well. And then I think after that, I just have a little bit of like beautification I want to do to get everything else kind of looking how we want it before we call the build kind of done and we just focus on farming. I counted cows. We have like 200 or so cattle right now. We gotta get to 319, which should not be hard. Probably don't even need to buy any. We'll probably just reproduce to hit that number. But we might sell our old ones and try to get some better ones into our herd. But yeah, so I'm just gonna get this all done up, and then kind of move on to the next piece we need to get done. So yeah, so I'll see you in a little bit. I'm just gonna plow my little heart out and go from there. Alright, we are just about done. Check it out. Oh, nice big field back here, kind of tucked away. And now what we gotta do is throw some lime down just so it's ready. Oh, I guess we do need to purchase soil samples, so we can do that real quick. 36. Grab these guys. Soil information, 2,400 bucks. Not too bad. Looks like it's loamy sand. So, yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna go get the lime trailer, throw some lime down. So that field is just ready for the spring. Let it get all nice and beautified. Soil anyway. Okay, so this is the area we were putting our things. What are they called? Our orchards. So we kind of cleared it out a little bit. And we're going to level this all out, all the way this way. And then that was my little test area to see if it fit. And then over here, we'll probably stop right about where our telehandler is, so we can fit 2. And then we got to clear out some more trees there so we could fit the other one, kind of go in the other direction. So right now our cows don't have too much space, but they will get a little bit more wind breakage. That's what I mean by space. But I have to run and grab a semi. We're not doing pay dirt since that is all gone. So we have some compost going to come out, maybe some. I think that's all we actually need at the moment. So maybe we'll just get that to come out. But I got to go find my semi and run back there and grab it. So I'm going to do that. And then afterwards, I'm just going to get to work and get those kind of put in. So well, I'm not sure how long it'll take. So I'll see you in a little bit. Alright, so this is definitely my favorite method now of clearing land. I was using the bulldozer a bunch, but it always made a mess. And this just doesn't make a mess. It just picks it up. And then you just go dump it in the trailer. It's freaking amazing. I mean, the bulldozer still does a lot of stuff way better, but this works pretty freaking sweet. So yeah. So I just thought I'd share that. Just boom, telehandler, little bucket, push, 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 pushes it down, bam, 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 scoop up all the stuff. And then just go dump it in the trailer. Then you got your compost or your lime or whatever else you want. So we were getting paid dirt, so we're not doing that. So I figured get some compost. I want to maybe get some like organic waste, just so we already make some, and I think it'd be nice to have more to like use to create compost itself, since we're already making that step. But I haven't figured that out yet, and I haven't looked because I haven't had time. Yeah, so I just thought I'd share this little tad bit of kind of information. So if you want to lower the land and instead of bulldozing it, making big piles, this just keeps everything so much more clean. And if you're using the FS Miner Pack, there's definitely some big dog machines in there that would probably get this done in like 2 scoops. But we're not going to use those because we're out here in the forest and it won't fit to get up here. But yeah, you'll be able to do this in probably like 10 minutes. But I just thought I'd share. It looks like we're going to have to build some retaining walls. This is a little bit deeper than I thought it would be, but I didn't want it to be too high off of our road, our little dirt road right there. So I figured a retaining wall would be better, and then it's easier to back up, put in the fertilizer, the compost, the water, grab our materials to create different products to sell at the market. So that's kind of why we did it the way we did it. Okay, so we got our orchards in. It only took us until the next day in September. So we're gonna cruise over here real quick and kind of peep it. Kind of put some bigger trees around. Just kind of fill back in the space for our cows. But we got our plums right here. Looking good. I haven't filled these up with anything yet, but we got our plums. We have our what are these? Apricots. And then we come over here and we have our pears. So we got it all kind of set up and organized and looking good. So our next adventure is going to be, let's see, we'll go into construction mode. Alright, so it's kind of the overview of it. Not too shabby. I might need to throw a tree in here and here maybe, you know. Let's fill it out a little bit more. Keep the forest vibe going. But over here, I already started, so I'm going to clear out these trees. And we're going to put in some rental properties for guests that are at the winery and that come to the horse competitions to have a place to stay. It's not going to be a bunch of them, but it'll be, you know, we'll throw like 5 or 6 in there probably. And that way we can rent those out and make some money. I think there's even a mod that lets you rent stuff. So we're going to go over there, cruise and do that. I need to check our sawmill to see if it's open because we got a ton of, yeah, we put some wood in there. Got a ton of wood sitting over there that we need to get in. So I'm going to go clear out some more trees and get that kind of set up, and then I'll kind of bring you back and show you what I did. Okay, so we're going to try to sell some wood chips because I don't know where I can sell these. And we got a lot of them. So I wrote some down here to see if we can sell them. And it's not looking like it. So that kind of sucks. I don't know what to do with them. It says sell wood, but that doesn't really do anything. Let's see. This is pretty annoying because they don't sell at the market. So maybe. Or would it like? Nope. Alright. Wood chips. So, they're not selling there. They're not selling at the farmer's market. So, it says we could sell them, but we can't in these crates. So, I don't know how to get them out of the crates or what. Yeah, unless there is another spot to sell them on the other side of this, which might be a possibility. I guess we could drive to the other side and see. Yeah, there's nothing over here. It's just the back of it. So, and I don't know how to get them out of here. So, we're going to throw these in storage again. And from there, oh shit. And then we'll go from there. Oh man. Alright, so we're in September. No, October. Oh shit, we flew through September. So, we got all the rest of our trees into our sawmill. It was empty, so it took all of them. It's now almost full. But I think we're kind of done with the trees for the moment. We don't have any more we need to remove. We just got one little area to finish kind of building out. And then we're kind of done. We got a trailer full of wood chips. I put every wood chip into it. It took forever. Just clicking the button to fill the trailer. So there's a ton. I don't know if we need to sell them, if we want to sell them, what we should do with them. It's going to be a ton of money if we sell them in January, but that's kind of just the way it goes. So now I got to get working on our next project. Okay, so we bought a lawnmower for our house, or actual yard and stuff. Yeah, got this one.
looking at some zero turns, but this reminds me of the one I used to mow my grandpa's yard with, so that's what we're rolling with. And pretty sweet. Big trailer for a little mower, but alright, so we are getting these kind of all filled up. Because I think we're going to actually switch out this little dolly trailer for something else. I think that's what I want to do. Like a more traditional kitty trailer. I doesn't like backing these things up, even though this one locks. I mean, it does have a good amount of capacity. I don't know if anything else is going to close, but I just saw that there. There we go. So we're going to get all these filled in, these three. We'll probably top up everything else that needs some liquid fertilizer. We're going to sell our Joskin little liquid fertilizer one. I think, I don't know, I'm kind of debating on getting a little John Deere UTV or something to use, so that could work for that, so we don't got to grab a truck, but probably just sell it. We got this thing. That's what that's about. But yeah, after we get this empty, we're gonna probably sell it. Grab a different one that's kind of more normal, and then kind of go from there. I'm really digging these like modular systems. I don't know why. It doesn't save any space, but kind of digging them. So we're gonna put this here for now. Come back and pick up before we go to the next one. I'm kind of digging them, so I'm thinking about seeing if there's a trailer that could do multiple things, but I don't think there's something we're going to need. We're doing pretty good with our fields, so we may, our big grass field over here, we might turn that into another cow pen, like another big open one, like we have, just for funsies. Just because we want to be a cattle ranch, and the more cattle the better. We only need like here more, so it's not like we need the space. But I kind of want to fill all these up before we call it a day. The horses, we got something we need to sell. Worth about 10 grand right now. So we might try to get those going a little bit better. I do want to build one more, like kind of two more things before we call it done. And the first one is I want to build like a cool little restaurant on the side of the mountain. Well, I mean, we got the winery that can go there, but like a little restaurant I think would be cool to walk down to. They're staying with us, and that did not fill up. Looks like we have to go get some compost. We'll bring the trailer along with us. And then I think I want to get some like UTVs for the people that rent our houses. So we got those little houses. I think it'd be cool if there was like a little shed area where there's like one for each house, which I could have totally built different houses too. But they're kind of big. So I think I need to find a garage or something where we put like 5 or 6 of however many houses we have, and kind of have like a little fleet of them for our guests, so they can use them to run around, check out the farm or the ranch anyway, you know. Just like a cool little thing to have. They can go explore the woods, kind of drive around, not to drive their semis or whatever else that they have they might need to drive. So I'm thinking about doing something like that as well. I don't want to change the houses for the ones with garages. I like our setup at the moment, which I don't even remember if I showed. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. Thought about upgrading some equipment, but we don't really need any new equipment or anything. Our field, the one field by the house that's full of grass, is actually ready for harvest, so we need to do that today, this month at least. So we're going to get that done. And then that shouldn't be too hard to do though. Right over with harvester, take everything to get it processed. I'm just going to keep filling this stuff up, and I'll see you all in a bit. Alright, so we are going to, I'm just going to mow this. Figured might as well get something productive done. It was pretty cool, doing it right by the pond, right by our house. We got this nice grass field. We'll see how much we get off of here. Maybe we'll get like 50,000. I don't know. Probably won't be the hugest amount, but definitely pretty cool. It'll let us just have a little bit more food for our animals. We maybe will like just save this grass for our sheep, since they eat grass and not what's it called? Hay. Still got our baler, so we could have baled this, which might have been what we should have done, but it's fine. Probably need a different motor setup for that. I don't want to deal with it, so maybe we'll do that in the future. I don't know, but for now, we will just suck it up and we'll take this and drop it off to our sheep and take the rest and put it into the oil production that turns it into hay and silage. So that's pretty rad. I left the garage door open up, but hopefully the bear doesn't go in there. I'm going to get this done and I'll let you know how much we get when we get done. That makes no sense. Alright, so we got 92,000 liters off this field, which is pretty freaking sweet. And we still got this huge field right here that we could probably get a ton of grass off of if we needed to. So that's super rad. But we'll probably put something else on here. We got those trees over there we could get rid of. I just don't want to freaking process trees at the moment, so we're not going to. We may actually need to put a road to that grass field, or we just won't mow it very often. I don't know. Maybe we'll get a little setup over there, like a little mower, just to drop down and pick it up with their baler. Get something kind of little and cool. So we are definitely just going to leave this trailer here. Oops. Yeah. Put this guy away. I don't know if our truck will carry that, but we're going to find out. We just got to go to our sheep. We don't really have a tractor over here. That's the problem. Grab our pickup and see if it could tow that so we can go give our sheep some food. But yeah, our ranch is so close to being complete. at least complete in the aspect of building things. So over here, right, is where I kind of want to stick a little garage for some side-by-sides, UTVs, whatever you want to call them. I just don't know where to put them. I mean, those trees will probably just get rid of quickly, not do much with them. But I haven't really peeped it out. I just think it'd be cool. You know, just like some additional little thing, like, oh, you know, you rent this for the night, you get that for the night as well. Alright, here's our sheep. Let's back this in. Let's see. Oh, it's not even gonna fit. Yeah, that's not gonna fit in there. Alright, well, let's go put it in storage and we'll just bring it out with something else. Maybe I should have baled it. Do we have bales of grass still? We almost hit a tree. Alright, after we dump this, we're gonna go check to see if we have some bales of grass. I guess there's some more beautification to do. Like around these, I'd like to get all the meadow grass planted. I think that'd be nice. This is the field we might turn into some cattle, maybe? Since we got all these other fields now, it could be pretty cool to have some more cattle roaming. It wouldn't have to be the whole thing, right? It could just be like a little section of it. But we could always keep that for a different day. Do we have any grass in here? Round bells. Grass. We got 10 left. Alright, so that's good. Yeah, we might turn over by our house. We might pull out the, oh yeah, we do got the mower right there. Boom. With the mower. Got a windrower. Yeah, I think we'll probably just move that stuff up here and use that one to bale some grass. I don't know, we probably need it. Who knows? I don't freaking know. Well, I gotta go put this away. And then come up with the next plan. Plan of action. Alright. So we're still in October. We had a bunch of messages go to the calendar. Quite a few actually. And now we're just kind of going through and loading up our stuff. Let me load this like this. Uh-oh. Can't. That means we have to go get handy dandy little loader here, wheel loader, a telehandler, and pull those out, which isn't a big deal. See, it is right down the road in this little section. And we may get rid of this apple orchard. I don't think we really need it. We did just fill it up with everything though. And we might put something else in there, just for funsies. We have other apple orchard, so. Do we need this bucket? We'll leave this bucket here for now. Oh yeah, so I moved our coffee beans over to the roaster. What else have I done? I put some grapes in the winery and a juicer. Is this not a telehandler one? Oh dang, let's go look at it. Oh, that's for wheel loaders. Means I sold the wrong one yesterday. Alright, well, I guess we are not moving that stuff right now. Our sugar. But we are going to move some strawberries over to the juicer and the winery. And we grab our honey. And move some to our sunflower stuff. All that good stuff. So it's kind of fun right now, just going around and things. Oh, that's not good. Hopefully all of it doesn't go. Perfect. That's good. That's still making our biscuits. We're going to sell at the market. We got a lot of product in our winery. Yeah, we got a lot of wine. But I think it's all right. Should probably put that in storage. Check our juice. That could use some strawberries. Take a load over there. Oh yeah, that gets How's the apples looking? Apples are looking pretty good. Strawberries are pretty good. Full as well. Strawberries, not good to take. don't remember. I'll grab that little guy. For space. Now what button do we need to hit? T. O. There we go. So to winery. Color production is doing pretty good. Oh no. It's full? It is full. Alright, right. Some of these are doesn't really matter at the moment. Got $10,000, not too bad. Alright, so we're going to go through, top off all the food for our cattle. That way, that's done. We won't have to worry about it hopefully through most of the winter. Maybe we will. I don't know. So we're just doing chores and trying to meet our marks. I need to go through and kind of grab a trailer, sell off our old cattle, sell off our bad cattle, try to get some fresh, quality cattle. That type of stuff. I'm gonna check our chickens. Get grass into our, what's it called? Our sheep and goats. Figure out our pig food situation. And then I'll see you guys in a little bit. We'll figure out what's going on. Okay, so we bought some toys. We got 4 Polaris. We got two of these Expeditions, one of them. I think I did put like aftermarket suspension on. This one right here. I don't know why, but I did. This one's kind of normal. Then we got 2 of these Polaris that are kind of normal. It's kind of base ones. Figured it'd let us, you know, we could rent this one out for the most, rent this one out for a little bit more, rent these ones out with the house for less. And then we got the Beast. We got 2 of these. Little 2-door ones. I figured if someone doesn't have more than 2 people, they could just, you know, rent one of these little guys. I think so. These are the same. Both of those are the same. So we gotta just cruise up. I tried using like the car one, where I could load them all on, but it was not. It was just like leaning sideways the whole time. So, ditch that plan. We're gonna grab that little trailer. And just make 2 quick trips and bring these up to the ranch, get them put into the garages, and then come back down and grab those and get those put up in the garage. And then I'll kind of show you the garage setup and everything up there once I make both trips and get everything put away. Alright, so cruising up, it does look like we have some weeds. So we are going to come grab our, do we have some herbicide? I don't know. Oh man. And we got pond construction, so I probably end up crushing crops. Maybe we'll just leave them. Make sure we plow next time, because we didn't plow it. Live and learn. Alright, so we got our garages. We got 3 of them. Here's the first one. So, boom. You know, come in. They were in a cabin for the weekend for the horse show or just for some wine, some fun away. They can, boom, grab whichever one they rent with the place and go explore the ranch and the surrounding wooded area. So that's good. And over here we got 2 more garages. And again, we got 2 in each. And I can grab whichever one and go explore. So I think that's pretty cool. We can pull in here, you know, drop off Susie with the keys. Boom, she could grab it. When they go park their truck, they could go grab all their luggage and bring it over here for a much closer and easier kind of setup situation. I mean, they still gotta walk a little ways, right? Like, you're not gonna be driving side by side here, but yeah, that's kind of our guest setup. We got 6 little houses, got some seating, we got a pond, they got garages, so they could rent out their little side-by-sides. So everything's coming along pretty good, if you ask me. We'll park this, and then we need to grab our pickup. I'm gonna go do some fencing, some entrance work, I guess. So when I get that done, I'll show you. We're gonna put in a gate, fix like the main little entrance area. Probably throw up some fence as well. And there we go. Debating if I need to bring down there with me. I'll probably throw it back in and get it. Okay, so let's see. We have started putting up our fence. We haven't got too far, but we kind of got around that corner there. And then on the far side we have, and now we got like a nice little entrance into the ranch. We got a big tree, got a couple trees we put in. We got our flag. Kind of give everyone a little know. We put some statues. We got some flowers. Trying to make it a little bit nicer. We got our gate. We had kind of mess up the dirt a little bit and kind of make it so our gate could close when we're not open. So that's pretty nice. We might tweak this a little bit. I did put some lights on for the flag, so hopefully it shoots up and lights it up at night. We won't know until I come past it at night, but don't really farm at night, so who knows. I'm kind of torn between what to do on this road, like if I want to kind of, you know, put fence on the one side or not. I mean, it's just going to be kind of open. I think the main idea is like the entrance down there. We probably don't need a fence all the way around the property unless we start having people coming in and messing stuff up, but we haven't had that issue yet. And keeping it open will let the deer and stuff kind of run through a little bit more, so that is huge to me anyway. And I think this is what we're going to call the episode. We don't have much more to do. We might just put some grass right there by our water thing. But yeah, so I think that is going to be it. We might put in one more kind of like pasture style cow pen, since we do have enough food. I think that would be nice to have one more of those. I think it's pretty cool looking. Not quite sure what end of this I would like to put it on. But we got our little garden section we could block off. We've added the buildings to, have some storage up here for everything we need to do here. So I'm thinking we got another little water thing. I'm thinking we might be almost done. I mean, we still have some woods, right? Like, we could get rid of these trees and put in another horses. I think the only other building I want to add is a restaurant. Maybe down off the hillside a little bit. I think that could be pretty cool. We take the side-by-sides there. Yeah, so we're going to call this episode. Thanks for hanging out, and we will see you on the next one. Peace.